Hello, it's Debbie from Create Pretty Things. How are you guys doing tonight? It's Friday. I hope you guys are ready for a fun weekend. I think we're in for a rainy weekend here, but that's okay. Hey, tonight we're going to be working on our, what month is this? February club. So if you don't know about our club, it's called Club Couture. And every month you subscribe to this, they'll send you an 8.5 by 11 inch exclusive transfer, a coordinating accessory, which this month is this chalk boot, and three coordinating paste packs, individual paste packets. This month they sent us Shimmer Melon, Bark, and Couture Coral. So we're going to use these on our club transfer tonight. Now this is a great way to try out the product because it's shipped to your door and all you need to do is find a surface to put it on. So let's put this together. Now what I'm going to do this time is I'm going to use this month's club, but I'm going to incorporate a couple pieces from last month's club. So this one was last month's. These are the good old days. This is this month's, the boot. And I'm going to use this slatted sign to put it on. So let's get started. As you jump on, please comment the word club. That'll send a link to your messenger with the details of the club. So it'll be a link to a link. So all you have to do is type that in there and you'll be on your way. Let's begin with our transfer. We're going to go ahead. These are reusable sticky transfers. I'm going to peel it off its backer. Save the backer. That's how we store it. I am going to use, she's my sweatshirt tonight. You need to lay this on a piece of fabric and lift a couple times just to reduce that stickiness just a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to be chalking on my boot first. So I am just going to go ahead and lay my transfer on top of my shape. And notice that this boot is something that we can layer. So I can chalk the bottom of it all brown, and then I can layer this pattern on top of it. So that's what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to move my surface away right now. Now notice there is a little bit of edging to this boot. So the white area is where the silk screen is, and that's where your paste is going to go through onto your surface. So I kind of moved it over so it looks like there's a little bit more on this side. And I think that'll work out. I'm going to use our bark paste. They gave us in our club the individual packet, but I have it in the jar. So I'm going to use my jar. I'm going to get out a squeegee. I'm going to make sure it's all pressed down. Get a little paste on my squeegee, and I'm just going to go ahead. And this is kind of dry. I can feel it. So if you have a paste that's a little dry, your paste packets should not be dry. But if you do get one that is a little dry, you can add some distilled water to your paste and stir it up. Make sure it's a yogurt or sour cream consistency. And we're just going to smooth this on. Take off any excess that we have, put it back in the jar, and we're going to peel it off while the paste is still wet. Okay, so here it is. I'm just going to go ahead and peel this off. Voila! There's our boot. See how quick and easy that was, guys? Wow. Okay, so we still have some more to do. I'm going to go ahead and clean this part already that we just did. I'm just going to spray it with some regular tap water, and I'm going to wipe it with a paper towel. I am going to clean both sides. Usually our transfers are in pieces. They have cut lines, so you can cut them in pieces. And you could cut this into pieces, but it's all one piece, and it's probably easier for me to store as one piece. I don't know how I got it so messy. Oh, because it's underneath. It's underneath. I am going to go ahead and clean the other side. And I'm going to dry it off because we're going to use that other part of the transfer on top. So I'm going to clean it up. And even though it's sticky, once it dries, the sticky will come back. Okay, So now I'm going to go ahead and let this dry just a little bit. Use my drying tool. Okay, so I'm going to set this aside just for a second to dry while I can go ahead and chalk some of my other stuff onto this sign. So my thought was to have the flowers coming out of the boot. Let me think about this. If I were to collapse this and put my boot right here, I think I'm going to go ahead and collapse this while I chalk it. And maybe I'll just move these little things in here so that they don't stand up. So I'm going to chalk my flowers as if they were all going to continue. Probably over here. And then, whoops, I just smeared my boot. And my boot would go down here. Okay, so I'm going to have to clean up that boot just a little bit. I'm going to move my flowers up. I'm going to kind of wedge this together. And I'm going to use some bright colors in this. So I'm going to get like some squeegees that I've cut in half. My mini squeegees that have been cut in half are the perfect size for doing detail. So I'm going to get some of my coral, Couture Coral, and I'm just going to do like the flower tops coral. And I'm going to get some of the yellow, Bumblebee Yellow. Now this one's not included in your kit, but it's one that I wanted to use. So it's something from my stash, but you could do all your flowers coral. There's a big flower right here in the center. Let's do that one coral. And then I'm going to do the greenery green. Looks almost like a big hibiscus flower here in the middle. And then, let me see if I see any other florals. And I see one down here, a couple down here. Let's just do some of those. Actually, these all seem to be flowers down here. So I'm just going to do those all yellow. It's a yellow flower right here. A yellow flower here. See, those all can be green. This one down here can be pink. It's kind of hard to see that this is so, has a lot of detail down here. Another flower there. And one down here. Then I think I'm going to do the rest in my green. So this is pesto, and it is not included with your colors either. But this is what I'm choosing to kind of deviate this project a little bit tonight. So with the club, you get 3 paste packets. This month's club includes the Couture Coral, the Bark, and the Shimmer Melon. How are you guys doing on this Friday night? Are you guys getting ready for the big weekend, Super Bowl weekend? Are any of you guys football fans? I wouldn't say I'm a football fan, but I am interested in the game. I'd love to watch it. I've watched the last couple playoff games. And honestly, I can't tell you which team I'd like to win. I think they both have great teams, good stories on either side. So what I'm going to say is, may the best team win. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and pull this off, because remember that we want to pull this off while it's still wet. And if you see that you've missed something before you pull the whole thing off, go ahead and repaste it. This is your prime time to fix any mistakes that you may have. This one really didn't come through. And it could be that it's just a little dry. Yeah, that one's not coming through very well. So what I'm going to do is get one of my wet wipes. This is just a water wipe. And I'm just going to try to hydrate that paste a little bit and press it through. See if I can get it so that it goes down below. It's working a little bit. Still a little faint. And that could be just because it's a little drier. Okay, my flowers, they could have been a lot better. But I can also go back down after I'm done and reapply that transfer. Okay, clean up my boot a little bit here. Now remember, I am going to be putting down another layer on top of this. So I smudged it when I picked it up to move it. So since this is just water on this towel, it will clean up pretty easily. Okay, let me just make sure this is dry. Okay, so since I pasted this, and I'm going to put another layer on top, I need to add something in between that layer of paste and the transfer. And I'm ready for a new jar of surface wax, but I'm just going to rub a little bit of surface wax on here. Make sure this is completely dry before you do this, though. Whoops. And I don't think it was completely dry, because it did smudge. And not in a place where I wanted it to. Okay. So I am going to get my transfer. Which is back here. And I'm going to put it right on top of my boot. Now let me see how it goes. Will it go this way? You know, I think I should have done this down first, actually. I should have done this layer down first. So I think I'm going to go ahead and chalk it in the shimmer melon. And then I will go ahead and do the brown again. So if you have too much in one area, you can always move it around, take it from one area, put it on the other. It's a pretty color, very pretty. I'll take this off. It's cute, huh? I'm gonna go back over it with the brown though, because I want the brown to be on top. Set that there. Okay, so I'm going to set this aside. We'll clean that in a minute. I do want to start working with my other transfer. don't think I should be doing this tonight, guys. I'm messing up all over. Okay, then I'm just gonna do in black. These are the good old days. So these are, I'm just gonna do the words. In just our black velvet paste. So if you guys want to know more about the club, it's a great thing to have. I look forward to it. And I actually got my club transfer today. Just arrived today. So just type in the word club into the comments and you'll receive a message from me. And it will have a link where you can go to find out more information about our club. Okay. Okay, that's one down. And once again, make sure that you look at it when you're pasting, pulling it up. Okay, that looks great. Whoops, one more piece right here. Oh, and I want to do these are. Let's see. Okay. I almost forgot the very first line, guys. These are the good old days. Okay. These are the good old Remember to check your work as you pull up. And then days. And I'm trying not to get this transfer down where it was wet. And I'm also trying to remember just to do the words, not the square or any embellishments around it. And I know that you guys can't see this part, but I'm trying to keep this transfer up off the already pasted area. Smooth it out. Looks good. I'll go ahead and wipe my hands. Our black does tend to be a little messy. It's very pigmented, and so I get messy. I get very messy with it. But I know you will. You'll do better than me. Okay. And I think I'm going to end up going over my flowers again because I didn't like the way they came out. I'm going to go ahead and spritz my bumblebee paste with a little bit of distilled water. I thought it was a little too thick, and maybe that's why it wasn't going through the silk screen. And I did add quite a bit of water here, so I want to make sure I stir it really, really well. Get all that new water I just put in there, get it incorporated so we don't have any really wet spots. It'll be an even consistency. Mix it up really, really well. Okay. And let's look at our boot. Okay, our boots are where they're drying. So let me go ahead and clean this transfer off real quick. And we'll try it again. We'll put it back on and repaste it. It might be hard to match it up. I'm not sure. We'll do the best we can. I wonder if my coral needs water. Okay, let's get this going. This is a board eraser. It is like a magic eraser sponge. It doesn't have any chemicals, which is great because you don't want to harm your transfer. You don't want to harm that sticky. These transfers are reusable between 8 and 12 times, and you want to take really good care of them, especially the sticky side, and when you store them, you want to take good care of them. So I'm just going to go ahead and wipe this off. I've got a little blob of yellow there. What'd you guys do today? Did you work? If so, I bet you had a nice quick dinner and are ready to relax. Okay, I want to make sure I'm going to dry this really well because I'm going to reuse it. And so we don't want it to cause any harm down below, spread our paste. I'm also going to redo the boot. So let's redo our boot first. Make sure it's dry. Okay, let's go ahead and put this back on our boot. We're doing the brown part. So since I already pasted this, I can see through my transfer. And I am going to line this up right where it was already chalked. Let's see if I can do this. Okay. So the green lines are going to help me. Smooth it down, get rid of any air bubbles, get your squeegee, get our bark. Smooth it on. Yes, that looks so much better. Doesn't that look better, guys? Can you see the shimmer in that shimmer peach? Shimmer melon. Yeah, that looks much better. I'm gonna set that back here to dry. And then we're gonna work on these flowers that didn't come out so good. Okay, so I'm working with the same transfer that we just used. And I'm also gonna try and line that up over the existing design. Now remember I had these pushed up pretty close. Okay, let me try and re-chalk some of this. My yellows especially didn't come out very well last time. My yellow, but I did rehydrate it to a little more water content. Do these yellows. These down here. This one right down here, and this one. And this one right here. And I got, that's a pink one, I believe. And then my pink. Then I'm going to redo my green. I think I found another yellow. Okay, let's pull it up and take a look. Definitely more vibrant. Yeah, that pink flower in the middle still has problems though. Let's dry it up a little bit. I did turn my glue gun on, but the battery's out. So let's get that turned on because we want to elevate it a little bit off its block. So our flowers are looking much better. They're still kind of abstract though. Our pink flower in the middle really didn't come out very well, and I may work on that again. Let's see what, not sure what happened to it. I think they'll still look like flowers though. And I did want to wipe off this, even though we're going to glue on top of it. Okay, Then we've got our boot, and what I wanted to do, I want to place it right here, like the flowers are coming out, but I want to elevate it. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and glue maybe 1 or 2 blocks on it. And actually, when this expands, let me see. I may even want to glue these together, guys. I'm not sure. Yeah, I think I'm going to want to glue these together. So let me go ahead and see if my glue is hot enough to give me something that I can use, and it's not. Let me see. I almost hate to cut these off, but I think they'll work better without the straps holding them together. Okay. Okay, so this is just going to lift this boot up off the board a little bit. And let me cut these straps off. I like the look of the straps on the back with the rivets, but I don't think I wanted it for this project. Okay, let's glue this last piece on it. I probably should have thought of doing this before I actually even pasted it, but that's okay. We can always change our minds. Okay, to clean up, I'm going to go ahead and put all my squeegees in my water bath over here. I'm going to put the lids on my pastes. I did use a few squeegees on this project. I'll take them back to a sink and I will clean them up. If you have any pastes that you feel are dry at this point, you can go ahead and spray them and maybe stir them again tomorrow. This one I could probably clean up a little bit so it doesn't dry out as easily. Lid. And then I'm going to go ahead and clean my transfers front and back, just like you saw me do already. And that goes to that. And this goes to this one. So the colors I used tonight were the 3 that came with the transfer: the bark, the couture coral, and the shimmer melon. Those came with it. as individual paste packs. They came with these little packets, okay? I used the jars because that's what I had. So what I used extra was black, green, and bumblebee. So pesto and bumblebee. And I used those extra. And let's get these glue sticks off and let's take a look. These are the good old days, guys. Do you guys like that? I like it a lot. I need to work on that flower again, but I like it a lot. I hope you do too. If you like it, type in club. Feel free to share this video with those that you think would like it. And I hope to see you soon. Oh, and one more thing. If you want to get notified when I go live, type in I notify in the comments, and that'll give you a notification every time I go live. But here's our project for tonight. I hope you love it. Okay, guys, see you later. Bye.